Welcome back, everybody. Episode 3 is incoming. And as far as deep frying food, we've got something special for you. This is episode 3, Mayo, Sand, and Snakes.
So what are you looking for out here?
Well, actually, my leader, Zelsul, wants us to search for the coast for some old ancient ruins, elven. They're not here. I've been doing this for a long time, but we do what we must for our leadership. So he sent us out here to continue to look. So that's what we're doing. We're just a research group.
Find anything interesting yet?
Not really. So are you guys looking for anything interesting?
A beach.
Just a beach?
An army.
Well, as you know, we got to put people somewhere. So, what is so important about this archaeological dig when you've got this huge war that's got to be at least somewhat affecting your shores as well? I mean, it's pretty widespread.
Well, there are some aspects, arcane aspects here, that could tip the tide. So, our leadership feels like it would be good for us to scout for potential solutions to our mutual problem. Now, one thing you all know is the Sylvesti, though they are not hostile, they're not exactly like pledged to any human outpost.
Right.
So they're kind of, they're against the...
They're against it, but not necessarily for you.
They just don't want fighting to happen, and affect them.
So they do have their own self-interest that they're trying to serve. So, but he says, well, some of the ruins, there's all kind of different places or things that we have discovered, but nothing substantial. I'm sure that's what you really are here to do, is to find something substantial. Would that be right?
No.
Let's
right?
let's just cut to the chase. Have you ever heard of the city of lost names?
Do I need to make a history check?
No.
Lost names.
Is that the one that the Wraith was trying to get to?
That was in a whole different thing. Yeah.
So, briefly, I wouldn't say we're exactly experts on the subject matter.
Well, yeah, I've heard of it before myself. So, but I don't know a lot about it.
Insight.
What?
I believe you.
What'd you...
Up 3.
Oof.
So do you think the entry to the city of lost names is here?
The only thing that's certain is that it's got to be somewhere close to the wastelands. That's the only certainty.
I guess I can do it inside. I got a +7.
Okay.
Let me try that. 18.
You definitely can tell he's holding back.
All right.
He knows a lot more about the city of lost names. When he mentioned that, you could tell by his body language that he definitely was fishing to see if you knew anything.
I give him the look. The look.
Oh, no.
The old skunk eye.
The leg. The look. That's the first time that I ever used the look, so they have no idea what I'm talking about.
No. I think there's something in his eye.
Like, oh.
I wink.
Oh.
Something's wrong with his eyes. Give him some ointment.
I do a medical check.
I try to convey that fact to the rest of my group.
Okay, that's
Somebody's
a
upset.
that's a 19 insight. So maybe I can try and pick it up what you're trying to put down.
I'm not the smartest, so I may just blurt it out here in a minute. We're going to find out.
I lean over. We definitely weren't looking for a city of lost names, right? Just an army.
I mean, at this point, I think we're looking for anything that'll help us, but we're going to the. Oh, God.
Weird, yeah.
What you guys will remember is that Soth
Was looking.
looking for the city of lost names.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's
where
going
he
on.
was
It's been a long
going.
2 weeks.
So when you guys battled the Wraith, that was what he kept mentioning over and over was the northern waste, and then on to the
Reported
city
by
of
Lord
lost
Soft in No Name City.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what we reported to Derek.
So-
yeah.
He kind of assessed and looks at you guys for a moment. He says, "Okay, so why don't you come with me to my quarters where we can have a little bit better conversation?" And he kind of speaks in Elven for the rest to get back to work, to go through some of the samples, list some of them. You know, they did capture or find some old pottery and things like that, so they are taking that for display or what have you. They have found some artifacts that to an elf would be very important. So they've got work to do.
Magical awareness.
Oh, he's lit up.
Oh.
He's lit up. And the school of
Give me the look.
magic, the schools of magic that you pick up are it's more like a spectrum. It's not one. So this is a magic user.
should you go on and Fargab back? That like, hey, there are some beaches up to the north around the corner here. Like,
So they can
do
get
we need-
busy?
yeah, so they
Yeah.
can go on and be heading that way. They were going to have to make their way across land to us anyway, right? Or would we want to row back out and go with them to that?
I mean, there's enough people on board. I'm pretty sure they can handle that. I don't think we're going to be pivotal in landing
Yeah.
a ship and offboarding a bunch of people.
Well, I just wanted to make sure they were actually going to be heading this way.
I'm completely happy with where we are.
Okay, so yeah, so
Yeah,
they're
send
going to
them-
have to. We're
send
going to have
them
to
up.
meet up with them across land.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, send
So
them
just
on up.
go on and
Yeah.
send them so they're not just sitting there waiting. Also, maybe let them know we're wandering into the cabin of a strange elf man.
Okay.
It'll take a long time to offload all of that stuff off of the ships.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, we'll just report back that, the beaches are to the north. There's a place we can park, and we're going to be tied up with this other ship for a moment.
We're going into the strange man's cabin.
Yeah.
They need to know in case we disappear. We went
Be
with
careful,
a stranger.
Be careful of the Sylvester.
We went to a secondary location with a stranger. You're not supposed to do that.
That's why he said be
I think we're old
careful.
enough.
All right, so Derek takes the message, says we'll travel to the beach. Be careful. All right, so you guys descend down into this small ship, and what really catches your attention is it's very modest in size, but you notice it's very accommodating. So this boat has definitely got a little arcane advantage. As you can tell, the ship walls and things seem to be too thin for a seaworthy vessel, but it obviously is. You get into his area, and you notice that he has what you would expect to see with a spell user. You see alchemy kits and books and other things. And he sits at his desk and he says, have a seat, friends. I'm going to be frank with you. The mission that I'm on is to try to find a way into the city of lost names. We've been sitting here. My leadership is very conservative in their approach when it comes to magic. As you well know, we have fallen to the army. So the Sylvanesti nation is in turmoil. We were sent on this prior to the actual combat that happened.
If that's not intentional, I don't know what is.
So, this is great.
Good test.
As they prepare dinner in the background
Right, that's
for
what
us
they're doing.
on the ship.
That's them going through their archaeological
Hey,
finds.
hey,
Finally,
guys! You're
archaeologists.
supposed to pack all of those plates, not break them. That's all big stuff. Boom!
Sorting
They
through the
just
pottery
finished
and
lunch.
things in the background. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Because you may
We
not
had
even be able
Silas
to hear
earlier,
it.
and
Yeah,
now
I don't know.
we're gonna find out.
I'll go back through it all.
So basically, he's explaining that look, his leadership he feels like is too conservative. He feels like, hey, we should have been more aggressive with magic to defend ourselves. So we're looking for anything that can help our cause. So that's why we're here.
Well, I think we're kind of in the same boat.
Of course, we're in the same boat. We're all in the same room. What are you talking about?
Oh. Yeah, Robart's not a dad yet. He's not very good at dad jokes.
So he says, if you're willing, we can travel to an encampment that I have that I think might be of interest to you.
Now I get it. We can travel in the same boat. Okay, I get it.
Well,
All
actually,
right,
this
all right,
is
that's
this
it.
is
Yeah,
not this
yeah,
is
all
not
right.
in the boat.
Oh.
This encampment is about 12 miles from here, but we can travel really quick, small group.
I don't know. You think we're getting swindled here?
I mean,
Now, a tertiary location with a stranger. Let's do it.
Only one way to find out. Let's go for it.
Actually, this is
And
where
they're
my
like, yeah.
leader. This is where my leader,
no, you're not the leader?
Zelsul, our leader, is actually at this encampment.
Oh.
So we're a small party, but we have another encampment that's close by. You could actually speak with him. It might be beneficial for both our parties, possibly.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, we can always just wait to go there once we unload 200 plus people and bring everybody there.
They're not all going to want to go
I
there.
know, but they're not going
just-
to fight us with 300 people sitting at, looking at them.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with us.
Nah.
Let's just go. Let's just go.
Yeah.
It'll take them a while to unload all of those people. We'll be able to get there, find out what's happening, and get all the way back before they even start on the way in.
We just won't tell them about the creepy ghost dude, and then he can kill them if they kill us.
Okay.
Okay.
All of this just
For
happened
this
right in
group,
front
that
of
makes perfect logic.
Okay.
So let's go talk to the other selfish, nasty elves.
us. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, okay, Kinder. Well said. All right, so
He said it like it was a bad word. Kinder.
he said.
Yeah,
So he's more than happy to take you. He said it really is not that bad a trek. It's going to be overlooking a bluff that's overlooking the wasteland. So it's not a bad travel. We can do it relatively quick. So I think like I said, I think it'd be important you speak to our leader. So he's ready to embark immediately.
Jeez.
I'll tell,
All right.
I'll tell on the far gab that we're going to go back and
We're going
We're
12
not-
miles inland
we're
now.
going to go on a mystery adventure with some elves.
So Derek, okay, so if you guys go 12 miles, you're going to be out of range. So if I don't hear back from you in a reasonable amount of time, trying to think what a reasonable amount of time
I
would
mean, it'll
be.
be probably tomorrow morning before they get everything
Tomorrow
unloaded.
I'd say,
morning.
like,
I would agree. If I don't hear back from you, but after we get unloaded tomorrow morning, then I will definitely sink that damn ship and all the elves with it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
that works,
yeah.
Yeah,
Then go bomb this
that works
bluff.
great.
Normal
Yeah.
protocol, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Just purposely forget to contact them.
Wasn't that kind of part of the plan anyway? No.
yeah. So
Whoops.
Did we? Oh no, the whole ship.
and by the way, I did expect that to be heard.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. You were close enough to them so that they heard it through the far grab,
Well, I
right?
mean, gives us more reason not to act a fool.
So
Exactly.
he's like, you can tell Dalmar's like very okay. So
Yeah, we've been totally nice. I
Yeah.
mean, we have no.
They've kind of been nice too.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
they
that was a
didn't
funny
stick their
comment,
nose-
but I would have let them hear it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
okay, so you guys make your way along, and it's like I said, it was 12 miles, and it was northwest of the cove. So he's doing charming banter with you back and forth, just asking questions and offering up comments. You could tell he's very eager to hear about the recent events that's happened in Kalamon.
Oh, we tell them all about Shelley's fight with the Minotaur.
Oh yeah, he's like, you can tell he's being very polite, but he's like super uninterested in that story.
We're like acting it out, like
Yeah.
Oh,
hold on,
yeah,
hold on.
yeah.
It's Kinder Theater.
I'm getting into it.
Yeah, like when you get into the political or the actual army events or Soth, you can see he's highly interested. But then when you start going into shenanigans, he's like, oh god.
So boring.
Kinder shenanigans.
So yeah, you can tell Dalamar does not have much of a sense of humor.
And you know the Kinders are rushing through like all that boring
Yeah,
stuff.
like and there's something about a war and,
and
maybe
some kind of
somebody-
death knight. Yeah, whatever. But fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fixing the fight.
yeah.
Oh, we wouldn't tell him that, but you know.
No,
He
we're
says,
leaving that
yeah,
part out.
Soth is an interesting legend. He does kind of talk about Soth. It's like it's hard for me to even imagine that he is back animated again. He hasn't been seen by elf in hundreds and hundreds of years. So we have documentation of his activities, but to know he's active is definitely not a good sign for any of us. So you guys make your way along. You come to a small plateau that runs. There's a couple of small ruins that you can see that's there. Very ancient ruins, but on the plateau it's overlooking the waste. And there's a dozen or so additional tents, and they're arranged in a spiral pattern. There's roughly about 10 elves that you see in this camp. And then you do notice there's an older elf that is dressed, obviously he is nobility or high rank.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees you and says, welcome friends, Dalamar, this is the people you were telling me about? And he says, yes. Now you've seen him the whole time.
Uh-huh.
So how he's communicating is obvious, is arcane. So he says, well, I'm Zulsul. I'm the leader. And I will tell you the story of my homeland, Sylvesti. So he tells you basically that the armies overtook them just like they did Kindermore. Took their homeland. They were ultimately defeated and were forced to retreat to the islands of southern Irgoth to seek a new home. So they have refugees also, and that they are there to see if they can find anything that could help them to recover their homeland. You could tell he's definitely a very powerful magic user. He has the robes. He has also a staff that he has present, which you guys have seen a couple of them. Just like the White Robe Wizard, he also has a staff. So you know these guys are magical. He does kind of confront Dalamar a little bit. And he says, I told you not to be so open with everything.
Scold.
Yeah, so he is scolding him. And
Yeah,
they're-
we're trustworthy.
and they start speaking in Elvish. Do any of you speak Elvish?
I
Oh,
do
no.
not
I
know.
speak Goblin, which is pretty much right close to it.
That would be gutter. That would be like an elf with mouthwash. That's
Yeah.
not
He's
the same.
gargling and
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah, not gargling. So he's giving him the business. You can tell.
All I know is that goblins are fairly dirty people.
Okay, first of all,
Yeah, most of them. Yeah, pretty nasty.
You notice during the conversation that Dalamar is getting frustrated, and Zulsul seems content with the conversation. And anyway, he says, "Well, friends, thank you for meeting with us." This is Zulsul. Has said, "Thank you for meeting with us. We do have a lot of things to do. We wish you and your army much success, in your future endeavors. But I think it's very important for us to stay the course with our mission."
well, I think at this point, our mission is all of our missions. I mean,
Well, that is a matter of. I agree in the big picture, yes, but
you've already lost your entire homeland, and you're essentially a race of refugees
and
right now.
our first priority is to retrieve our homeland.
Well, exactly. And if
Not a
you
heck
need this
going around.
artifact, why not accept help? I mean, if we could help each other.
Well, that could be a possibility in the future, but at this moment, that's not going to be an option.
I kill him.
Oh,
Start a war.
Roll for your last initiative. This character. No.
I didn't roll to attack. I just kill him.
So, with that, he speaks in Elvish again to Dalamar and tells him, "You can escort your friends back to the cove." So he bows in submission. He says, "I will send them off." So, as you guys are kind of leaving, you can tell it's kind of getting hostile somewhat. He really doesn't want you there anymore. So, you're walking back.
I really want to be there now.
Correct.
That was strange.
So, Dollar Bill, did you bring us up here for just a history lesson?
Didn't go the way I really planned. So as you guys, he says, "But be quiet till we leave." He says, "We'll talk when we get further away. These ears aren't just
For looks.
for looks, right?"
Well, you're healthier here.
So as you guys kind of get out of camp a little bit, he says, "Listen, the city of lost names. I want to propose an arrangement that would help with the advance and research with this possible technology or with the advancement of our situation. Like I said, they're very conservative. I really blame some of this leadership for allowing our homeland to fall. We could have been much more aggressive, and maybe the results would have been different. But he points to some sites in the northern waste. He's pointing in general directions and says, there are some areas that will help to locate the city of lost names. And there are 3 particular locations that he finds would be the biggest interest to help find that. Number 1 is the Blue Phoenix Shrine. I'll show you where they're at on the map after I name all of them. You have the Blue Phoenix Shrine, the Sunward Forest, and Wakenreth.
And how exactly are these significant to finding the city?
Well, that is a question I don't have. I know that the road to the city has these 3 things in common. So there's probably either clues or maybe items that can help to determine how to locate the city. Maybe there's individuals that are there that can help to locate. So let me see if I can find them all on the map for you. All right, so what I'm going to do, I think I've got. Northern Waste. See if I got the DM version. All right, so
Maps brought to you by MapQuest.
yeah, nice.
If you're old and have a printer, you can print out how to get where to go.
I was going to say, Elven Ears, promoted by Party City.
Yeah, let me just pull it. Let me just pull it out of the module here.
How do you used to get anywhere with those printed instructions? Especially if those like road work
Oh,
or something.
MapQuest.
Yeah.
Print out MapQuest.
Yeah, let me just,
It's like
Trying to
12
read it, smashing
pages.
into this guy.
Having to reset your little odometer so that way you knew how many miles you went.
let's see here.
And before that, there was the Rand McNally Atlas that you kept in your glove box.
Getting Lost, sponsored by Rand McNally.
Rand McNally. We used to be popular.
You have to buy one every 3 months to keep up to date.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to
Trust us for 3 months, then throw us back.
All right, so I'm just going to show you the DM version.
We like the DM version.
Somebody start taking notes.
Yeah, I got it.
Why does that spot say where Rovark dies? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
That's the whole map.
Yeah, pretty much.
Backup characters start here.
Back-
Oh, no.
All right, so. Whoa,
E
Nelly.
for death.
All right, so here on the map. Let's see.
There's Vogler down there.
Where's my elven encampment? Boom. All right. Thank you, technology. All right, so location C on the map. That is the Blue Phoenix Shrine that he pointed out. Location D is the Sunward Fortress. And location E is the Waken Wraith. Okay. So, you guys are currently. Let's see where our little cove. You're down here. So, obviously, the closest that you guys would see would be C would be the closest to you as of right now. So the Blue Phoenix Shrine would be the closest destination from where you're at to go. Where you're currently at, it would take you, if you want to do it stealthily, it'd take you roughly a day.
No, it's not too bad. So do we have the layout and we know where the route for the army is going to take? Does that route go close to any of these locations?
That the army?
That are
Yes.
200 okay.
Yes, the army would actually be, if you're traveling in to do the reconnaissance, they're going to go into the interior. So like C definitely is in the way. D, not so much. So the Sunward Fortress would definitely be a scouting mission. They're not going to be going that far east. They're going inland. But
So
yeah,
that
there's
would-
some of them that can be. But if you decided to meet back with the army, now that you know the locations for the three places, like Darrett had suggested earlier, something that you could think about would be meeting points
Right.
for them.
Okay.
But definitely, if you meet back with them, you're looking at the Blue Phoenix Shrine and the Somewhere Fortress would be your would be your 2 locations that would be the first options.
What do you think, guys?
I say we head back and then plot out the plan.
All right.
All right.
And then
So,
we sink that elf ship.
Well,
well,
not the ship. The ships are fine, guys. They're fine. It's the
It's the
We gotta
jag,
blow up the
the
guys in the
jag
bluff.
off.
Yeah, I just want to sink a ship though. All right. Anyways,
so Dolomar says that
you want to haunt his dreams.
he will do his best to try, and if anything comes along that can help you, he'll do his best to try to support you. But he has to follow orders. So just like anybody else, he has to follow orders. But if it come to his leadership, how you come upon these locations, he would appreciate it if it wasn't him that shared the information. So you can tell he's definitely not supposed to be sharing information with you about these locations. He's telling you that he wishes you a very fruitful investigation. I'm not really sure what you're going to find in these places, but it's going to get you way ahead of the game. This is actual information that I have just recently come upon. So even my leadership has not gotten this yet. So I will delay sharing this with them to help you, because I feel like crushing the Red Army here only strengthens our position. I think the argument that you made, Rovark, about trying to deal with them now here on this front is the right call. So what I'll do is I'll delay my findings with my leadership to give you enough time. So I can at least hold out a couple of days. That should give you enough time.
yeah.
Get a head start.
Yeah, thanks, Dollar Bill.
Boblin.
Okay. I don't know what a dollar bill is, but okay.
Neither do we.
I read it in a book.
Everybody knows what a Dollar General is.
That's
I don't know what a
true.
dollar
Yeah.
bill is.
Yeah,
Sponsored by Dollar
locations
General.
all the way along there. That's where the Army stop and everything.
All right. So with that, he wishes you well and says if you guys want to travel back to your ship and everything, good travels. And with that, he's out.
All right.
No,
Shimmers.
we're out.
He shimmers, and you guys are on the way back, walking back.
He isn't going to leave first.
I mean, could he have teleported all of us? I mean, that was a long walk.
Oh, we're
12
walking
miles.
12 miles back.
All right. We
He's
load
not that
up,
high level.
Load the kenders up, and we head down to meet up with Derek, and we far gab him as soon as we get in range so he doesn't shoot the ship.
On your travels, you guys actually can see from a distance as you come across one of the bluffs. You can actually see where the ships have come to the beach. That's about a mile north. Actually, the beaches are a lot more hospitable than originally thought. So maybe it's the tide or whatever, but the ships are a lot closer to the beach than you anticipated. So they're able to actually do a pretty easy transfer, getting everything off. All of them are collective and waiting, and you can see them all collectively getting together. So you can bypass your ship, leave the rowboat, and go directly there, a new course, or you can go back the way you came. Choices.
I don't think he's getting in a rowboat.
I would prefer not to get in a rowboat, so
Yeah.
I'll make any decision that avoids rowboats or water.
We gotta get in the rowboat.
We're not getting in a
Yeah, well, I
rowboat.
mean, we have to now. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we got to get back in the rowboat. Yep.
No.
It's like getting Mr. T in a plane.
I mean, I'm not walking here, so that's fine.
You guys, wait, so you need to get the rowboat and row back out and go around to where up the mile to where that is?
Yeah, you'd have to row. When you get back, you're going to have to row that boat to catch up with
To
them.
catch up with them?
Yeah, or you can just cut a new trail.
Let's cut a new trail, man. Let's go.
That's a big, nice rowboat. What if we need it?
They've got more. We're not going to need any
We're
boats
not
on
going to
land.
need it.
We gotta get back.
We've
I
got
give
more
it-
boats.
Give it to the elves.
How many boats do we have? I don't give them to the elves.
Burn the boat.
I don't want to
You can burn the boat.
Yeah, if you guys move at normal speed, you should get there before nightfall.
Well, we'll do that.
It appears that way.
Oh gosh.
I can go row the boat, split the party.
Split the party. Let's
Split
go.
the party.
Split that party.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can leave the boat. Worst case, we know where it's at.
Try. You could hide it, or drag it up somewhere. Put it. Put it.
Well,
Nobody's
we
gonna
got
mess
One
with
of
it.
those
We'll row back.
dilapidated buildings.
Yeah.
Loot that body.
Just park it next to the Elven ship. So when the tide comes in, it just sits there and rams against it 19 times till it sinks it.
All
Then
right.
their ghosts will attack it.
That's true.
All right. So you guys are going to.
My stomach growled.
Thought you tooted. I was like, dang.
Oh, it's my stomach.
That wasn't me. All right. So you guys have decided that you want to cut a new trail. So off you go. All right. So let's roll
Cutting a new
D10.
trail.
Let's roll a D2. All right. All right, so you guys are traveling along, and as you're traveling through the waste, you're noticing that the wash or the level of water that is coming through these lands is pretty much remained the same throughout the day. So you haven't seen any kind of rise or retreat of the water. So in some of the canyons, you're noticing it's very shallow water, and some not so much. So there's not been an ebb yet in the day so far.
Maybe we should have brought that boat.
Nah. Don't need it. No boat.
All right, so you guys travel along. You've made half of your journey with nothing really to notice other than the barren wasteland that you're traveling across. You see weird spires that's been created by the flushing water, deep canyons that you notice, crevasses, all kind of different landscapes that's been shaped by this constant rushing of the seawater onto the land as you're traveling. All right, and with that, you guys show up at the beach.
So no real wildlife or anything that
You
we
haven't seen any. You've seen. Give me a perception check.
Oh,
I probably didn't see any. I was taking a nap on Gil's shoulder.
17.
Outside of the frequent birds that you see flying, you notice as you're looking into one of the canyons, you've seen what looked like the remains of a giant spider.
Oh. Oh.
But
That's
outside of
cool.
that, that's all you've seen. You've also seen a couple of dead fish that's
Yeah.
really far inland. So kind of gives you the idea of these washes, how powerful it is when the tide comes. The open areas that you see, the canyons, this can be flooded immediately. So when the tide comes in, and with these 3 moons, it can change drastically, as you can tell by the landscape. So
Hopefully one doesn't come in while we're down here.
well, this is always the risk. So, you guys,
drown on
though,
dry land.
you guys have actually survived the tide.
I was actually looking at the water walk ability, the spell currently. I
Yeah.
can cast it
Yeah.
as a ritual.
But it's very uneventful for you. You haven't had to worry about that. You've noticed
I have
that.
it out.
There you go. It's a good idea. Good
Water
idea.
walking.
But you guys noticed that this beach is actually very sustainable. It's got a lot of sand. The troops were able to make it on no problem. And you see Darren in the distance, and he is calling you on the far gab.
what up, bro?
I can't even do it anymore. I used to do this good. Hey, are you guys through playing around with the elves, or are you going to come down and help?
Define help.
Yeah, just show up.
All right.
We y'all
We're on the
supposed to
way.
play around.
So you get down there, and the thing you notice is like Tatina is like running crazy. Hey, you got to carry it like this and move it. Yeah, and she's telling them how to unload the war machines, right? So they're taking off the 2 boiler drakes, and you can tell she has worn the last nerve of every soldier and person close by. So she is stereotypical of the gnome.
I try to I try to step in a little bit as not a translator, but to soften the blow of her comments to her bedraggled people, right? So I try to assist
Oh, okay.
in smoothing out that communication.
Yeah, so all of you that witnessed this is seeing this huge half ogre. Gilrush is sitting there, and Tatina is like talking a mile a minute, and he's like, just move that.
I
Lift this.
Making her many words few.
yes.
Yes.
So
So,
they don't get like
yeah, it's like layman translation.
Yep.
So, which is reducing a lot of tension with some of the people that's there.
Excellent.
So all of the things are coming out. You also noticed that something you didn't see that she brought. She also brought the gnome flinger.
Oh,
Oh,
The gnome flanger.
Yeah, yeah.
Rad.
I'd like to put an elf in that.
The gnome flanger.
Yeah, Kenders wouldn't have had no problem.
Yeah.
All right, so
Give me a
Derek,
wingsuit.
Oh yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah, I could fly above the canyons.
well, you do have the backpack that goes with it. You know, it's the balloons or the deployment.
Right. They launch you.
Dang.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah. She hadn't tried that part.
How many
yet.
gnomes are in the army?
Just her with this group, but you know, gnomes. They're the common tinkers of the world. So,
So the gnome flinger can also be a kender flinger.
oh, it can. Yeah,
Oh,
it could
yeah,
definitely.
it can fling
So how
fling
many,
a kender.
how many kender in the army?
You've got a good many of kenders right now. You've got probably 3 or 4.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'd be worthless to have. So we really need to utilize that thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you got 4 kenders is like 50 anybody.
That's
else.
right, man.
Right.
Launch them out there, sit back, watch them destroy a whole army with conniving skills, and that's it.
Yeah.
All
That-
of their boots are tied together.
So as you guys get
Really?
there,
yeah.
you know, you sharing the
Weapons and
intel.
armor missing.
Y'all shared the
Let's do
intel
it.
about these locations with Derek.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So the plan is, if you're going to move, what we can do is we'll move at our rate and meet you at a selected location. So, for instance, where they landed at, which is in this area, we could meet maybe here and allow you guys, that'll give you plenty of time to check these locations. We can meet here at the deep draught.
Okay.
That would allow you at least time to get one of these locations checked out. And we'll camp here. So the thing is, we want to make sure we get this done, but time, we're not on a clock. It's more important to be accurate with this mission than it is to be speedy. So if you've got the intelligence to go to these places, you have the intel and know you're capable enough to deal with what goes there, we can just follow behind.
Yeah, well, if there's one
Watch
word
our back.
that describes this group, it's intelligence. So you're all right.
I was really using the military
Capable,
terminology,
she says.
but if you want to give yourself that credit, that's fine. So if there's anything you guys need, though, you're more than welcome to come back to meet up with the group. You know the route we're on, so you can intersect us anytime prior to that. But from that travel rate, we're looking at take them about 3 days to get there.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Plenty of time. We can
Yeah.
explore 2 places. But
Oh, sure,
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Perfect.
So, anything you guys need? You need to talk to any of the people that's here.
Well, people that are in charge, the important noted folk, we will just say, hey, we're going to go do this. right? We make sure that they're in the know.
If
How much boom boom you got?
he's got a lot of boom.
Yeah.
I got 12 boom boom.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to blow up a shrine.
Thinking of putting it under
Absolutely.
someone's pillow.
6 boom boom for the shrine, 6 boom boom for the fortress.
Increase the distance that a gnome thrower flings you if you put a little boom boom in there.
That would hurt.
Or just fling the boom boom.
You could fling a boom
Under a
boom.
big
I think the
metal
result
helmet or
of-
something,
I
you
think
put it
the
underneath
result
there,
of the
and then
gnome
whenever you're
flinger
flying and you
would be
boom.
halfway in the middle of the air, you can set it up like in stages, like a rocket.
You better not tell.
Go, and then you pull it again, and it goes a little further, and you pull it again, it goes a little
Is
further.
the gnome hearing this? I hope not.
no.
The gnome's.
Taking notes, like, oh my God, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, what
brilliant.
she's thinking is like a propulsion. Yeah, you can put the dynamite in the backpack
Oh.
when you get flung up there.
Yeah.
How much damage would you take?
Put a shield. Put a shield in your
Put a
backpack.
Oh, put a shield.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, shield. Boom, boom, shield. Then you start lighting them off. Where it's like the stages of a rocket. You light them off. Boom,
Can you
boom,
picture
boom.
this? There's a gnome flying through the air, and all of a sudden,
It gets launched.
boom! And the first shield takes his head off. Boom! The second one takes an arm. Boom! So he's,
It's just raining body parts.
This torso just lands.
yeah,
At
my
least they got doing
God,
what they love.
my God,
Flinging.
Being exploded.
just flinging. Yeah,
Made
just
really
flinging.
good distance.
Yeah.
Next time we just work on keeping them alive.
Yeah.
All right.
That engineer at Corman's place is like,
Well done. Well done.
All right. So, you guys,
Just to the Blue Phoenix Shrine then?
is that what y'all want to do first? The blue? Okay.
Yep. Seems to be the closest.
the shrine of the Silver Monkey.
We could go straight from there
But
to
if
the
if
Sunward
we went up
Fortress.
to Koso, we could do that one first and then come back inland to the Blue Phoenix Shrine and we'd be closer to where they are.
That's fine too.
You pull up the DM one. That way you can see really well.
Or we can hit D, then E, then C.
I don't know if we'll have time for all three, right?
I don't know. I guess we'll see how long one takes.
Well, definitely C's
That's
going to
true.
be the easiest one to hit, and they can meet you.
They're coming up this way, right?
They're
Kind of.
coming from right above A,
Yeah, so right here, 3 days.
and
to
they're
get
going to
there.
meet you just south
Okay.
of
See.
Deep Draught.
Right there.
So if you check that one, I mean,
There's a boat involved to get to D.
C is it then?
well, D could be traveled by land. I
Yeah, I see
that's
some
the-
land bridges there.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but C is definitely going to be your easiest.
But if
That's
we
the lowest hanging fruit.
right, but if we break off, if they leave, they're going to be going really slow. We break off, head up the coast, hit D like Matt said, and then run down
To see.
to C, and that should give us time there.
That's
And
true. That's true. You could knock out both of those.
Right.
Yeah,
and then,
that's not a bad idea at
up
all.
Let's
here.
fly up and then head up to E.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Take advantage of your speed and
Right.
as much as possible. Yeah, sure.
Doing the opposite of what Darren said, we're going fast instead of accurately.
Exactly.
We don't listen to
Yeah.
anybody.
We'll split the party. Each one of us go to one. I'm sure they're one-person
Right?
jobs. It's
Yeah.
nothing difficult. Just one-person jobs in each
We'll
one.
make Jason DM 3 nights this week.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Independent DMing,
Oh my god.
which I've had to do before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you're much more skilled than I am. So
Jason's having to call us from work. Like, all right, you guys got 15 minutes. We can run a little bit more.
yeah, let's go. All right. So we decided? We got a consensus.
D.
Fortress.
D, yes.
D.
Sunward
it
Fortress.
is. Nice. So where you guys are currently
I
at?
was not prepared for D.
You got,
I did everything in my power to point you to
so
C.
let's do some math here. Now we already said with our travel times, normal time you're going to get 12 miles, which is roughly 2 of them. Okay.
We could take one of the big ships. Sail the whole way up.
Y'all can't man one of the big ships by yourself.
We could. The crew of the ship would go and take us there,
Well, she's a swashbuckler, so
and then take us
You
back.
could do that.
All I.
You could do that. That is actually not a bad idea at all. You
At-
could
take about a dozen people.
It's a big
know
ship,
how to
it's
work
fine.
the ship.
You just lay down.
We
on
have
the
just
deck.
spent
We go along with about a dozen people on the ship.
20 minutes.
Well, just a crew of the ship, just take you there.
Well, why don't we see if the elf guy will take us?
No, he can't do that.
Why can't he sail? He's only. It wouldn't take long. In that
Because
ship.
then everybody there at that camp would know
Right,
that he
right,
gave us
right.
special information.
Yeah.
And then just let him live.
Wow.
I don't think he'd be okay with killing his countrymen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he'd have to go back and explain why he's the only one alive.
And then they would make sure that he didn't have that moniker for very
Luxury.
long.
You are no longer alive.
All right.
It's not any faster to travel by sea. Well,
Yeah, it would be.
it would be.
Oh,
Be a lot
it'd
faster.
Just cut right along
So
the
if
coast
we go
there.
back to the dang rowboat, it'd still be faster.
Well, we would just take one of the boats.
Get on
and-
the big
One of
ship.
the
we
big
just
Take
take
the
a
big
big ship.
ship.
Get on the big ship right there. The
Okay.
big ship will take us
Yeah,
fast.
they haven't left. They haven't
Yeah.
departed back yet. So you could get one of them to take on this little extra trip before they
Yeah.
return back to Calamine.
No, that's better for Gil anyway. You don't want to be in the rowboat. You want to be in the big one.
Right. So with all this discussion, I will.
And you don't have to worry about the washes and the terrain
I will.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah. Okay.
Potentially drowning on dry
I will.
land.
Okay. Let's do the boat then.
Even a background for future listeners. This usually happens to Irv when he's actually the DM. Being duped by the whole party as a player is new to the story.
I am currently resting my forehead on the microphone because that is what's happening. It's going to happen a lot.
Wait till Gil goes to sleep, and then we carry him into the ship.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wakes up in the bottom of the ship.
Back and forth.
Did Little Rovart make it back?
Yeah.
He's antagonizing you the whole time.
God damn it.
I hate that bird.
I hate that bird.
I gotta find
better
some way to
add
kill
for
it.
That bird is the
Well, I've got
worst.
that other, I've got that other mage here. He can
So,
find some of the
just for future references, the bird rests on your shoulder, right? When you don't have him doing anything.
I don't control that thing
He's definitely pooping on you.
unless I give him direct command.
Yeah. Oh no.
He's doing what he wants to do, right?
He's just mean to
Sitting
everybody.
on your shoulder pooping.
Yeah, he's pooping down your back.
Yeah, he
You
doesn't
think
even,
it's
like, turn
sweat?
off the
It's not
sun.
sweat. It's bird poops.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's crusting up like chicken poop on the deck.
Oh no. All right. So
Do bugbears have tails?
the guys are on the
No.
one ship. Derek's like, yeah, that is an excellent idea, Gall. And he's like, unbelievably impressed that you came up with that.
I don't want to walk all that way. I'd rather ride on the ship.
Actually,
Now it
that's
makes sense.
yeah, that's not a problem. So he says, yeah, that's not a problem. So Derek is signaling to the guys at the ship to not depart. And he's like, yeah, just procure one of the ships. We'll send the other one on. They can signal them with a mirror to let them know they can go, and they can take you up to the location. But you guys, I have no idea what any of these clues might be. I don't know what this is leading to. We're all going into this very blind. So you be on your lookout. And he's really like struggling to find the sane member of this group to like zero in on, like really be on your P's and Q's. But he's drawing a blank on. It's, collectively, I
We don't
hope
even
you
know
guys,
who the leader is.
I
We're
hope
just
collectively
Like, all right,
you-
let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you comfortable with the four of you going, or
That's
do you
what I was
want
gonna
to
ask.
take?
Think we should bring the mage? If this is a bunch of arcane stuff, I mean, he's a smarty pants. He might know some.
That
The new
depends if he
kid?
takes experience. Oh, that's right. It's milestones.
No, wait, you're
isn't it?
milestones.
It's
Yeah,
milestones.
it's
all
fine.
right,
Yeah,
we're
you have a
good.
sending stone. We'll just ask the lady back home.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? Hey, there's this glowing rock. What does it do?
Yeah. That's what she does.
This makes sense. This will
mean-
work. Yeah. The rock's glowing.
You got 20
Yeah.
words. You
Every
say it's round,
single
25.
damn
shiny.
thing that you run into now. Hey, man, this doorknob is too shiny. Let's call the mage.
These damn kinders.
Magical awareness. It's just a doorknob. Okay, I was wasted.
Someone polished.
All right, we got this. We got
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
I don't know if we should pull the mage away because
They may need him.
Yeah, he's the
Robark's
only
head is
one.
now on the
There's
microphone.
nothing, no big problem. I mean, you can always spend 2 or 3 days going back to go get him if something ever happens with Arcane. So no problem. It's not like he's not available.
Exactly.
Just risk your life twice.
He'll be all right. We're good. You got me.
There you go.
Got a divine caster.
Yeah.
Nice.
This
So
foreshadowing brought to you by Sunsetter Awnings. Sign up today and get $500 off.
You know
Free
it's
installation.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys decide to take the ship, and the captain on the ship and they kind of indifferent. They're like, "Well, I really like to be going home, but okay." So they
Me
take
too.
you up along this broken coastline, and let me move way up in my notes.
Skip a few pages here.
Yeah,
Going
definitely.
out of order. Going out of order.
All right.
Yeah, when the party sees an open map, let's go over here. What's this little thing?
All right. So
Little Robark flies over. He's like, "Those rocks are pretty close."
Mm-hmm.
You ever hear the Titanic?
yeah, ain't that a dragon?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a dragon turtle. We okay?
All right, so as you guys get there along this broken coastline, the area in which you can see the remnants of the fortress. So you see these natural stone formations. They're broken 100-foot spire. One of them lies half buried. The massive spire base and is topped this base, and it's topped. The pinnacle would be easy to miss if it weren't for the excavation sites that are abandoned around it. So you see this one spire that was leading to that temple that you see the excavation. So it was the easy place for the ship to pull into that location, and they donate you a rowboat.
Is it smaller than the last one?
No, it's the same size.
Shit. Get in there. Yeah. On my own chair, on my own seat.
I imagine they send people with us so they can row it back and leave with it, right? After they drop us off.
No, they're just going to let you have the boat.
Oh, cool.
ain't
Oh,
nobody
they're in a hurry.
They're not going to come back for that boat.
They're in a hurry.
Yeah, little
right.
do you know the craftsmanship's not that good. It
Oh,
might
no.
not make another trip
What?
anyway.
Yeah, right.
It may not make
I
another
take a
trip.
quick examination of the boat real quick.
Yeah. It may not make it back anyway.
Insight, 15. Looks like crap. At least it'll make it to shore.
Insight, you know the boat is lying about how well it's made.
Oh, you didn't know?
That's
You better
fake.
call
I think
somebody.
it's faking me out.
It's a mimic.
Oh, you're talking about permanently scarring my character forever?
Mimic boat.
A mimic boat. That was fantastic.
What a terrifying.
Spores turn into teeth.
All right. So,
Turns into
It just goes like this. You're right.
Venus
inside it
flytrap.
already.
The worst one I heard of was like a health potion or something like that. That was a mimic. Like somebody grabbed it from a dungeon, was drinking, and it just lashed onto his face.
Oh my god.
all right. So you guys, you make it to land. And,
That was the most stressful part of this whole journey for me.
yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, for you.
Let's go.
So,
Kick some butt now.
you notice the toppled ruins you see, the toppled ruins. As you're walking up, you're starting to see some symbols, and it looks like one of them was a massive beacon where the spear broke off. It was like a big beacon that had failed. So at the base of the spire, there's a dozen or so ragged canvas tents in red and black colors that you well know is Dragon Army tents. Now you see this at a distance, so you're kind of camouflaged from their perspective.
Wow. That's a surprise.
This might be intense.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Nearby-
Rovark's getting better at the dad jokes.
So nearby, you see an earthen ramp that cuts through the clay, and leads to an opening in the ruined spire's foundation.
Well, we'll let you know where to
There's
go.
no sneaking up for me. So if you guys want to do any scouting, feel free. I will wait until it's time to go fight.
Hey, little Rovark, go see what the intention's about.
All right, little Rovar.
A little row.
Little row.
Micro.
That's yep.
Micro.
Here on the Bering Sea. Yeah,
Yeah.
dirty jobs. So he
Second
goes
brought to you
to
by Dirty Job.
yeah, he flies around the encampment, and he notices that there's nobody that's active at the encampment. There are no bodies, but it's it's not abandoned by any means. It's just there's no one there.
Well, looks like the dragon folks are looking for what we're looking for.
Or they're already dead.
There you
Oh, they
go.
will be.
That's the bright side.
Always
Leave it to our
gone.
cheerful Kinder.
Yeah, I'm sure they're already dead by what's inside. Let's get in there.
Yeah.
So,
We
okay.
should take down all their tents so that when they get back,
Yeah, put them back up.
Yeah.
That'd be so annoying.
Y'all
tie them
gonna-
all together.
Y'all gonna do some shenanigans with their tenants?
We should pee in their bedrolls.
Yeah.
I've got the alchemy jug. We just put
What's
mayonnaise on it.
happening?
Oh, mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise.
their bedrolls.
10 gallons of mayonnaise.
Oh my
Delicious.
god! Are y'all really gonna do this?
Right under their pillow, so when they
I
go
am
lay down
not
and put their hand under it,
going
it's
to
just
do that.
squishy mayonnaise.
Oh.
Hot squishy mayonnaise too.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. No, I am
Yeah,
waiting.
that's happening. We're doing it. Sneak in there.
All right.
I am not.
Sneak in there. No, it's happening. It's happening.
I'm waiting.
Mayonnaise at the
'cause
ready.
I can't sneak. I got full plate.
Actually,
Sneak.
I'm super
I'm
sneaky.
waiting.
So you're watching.
Super sneaky.
So
I'm actually doing bugbear stuff and being sneaky.
yeah, Gilrush is standing in the center of the camp as he watches his partners running back and forth, smear mayonnaise all over the.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there anything to take? Any
Yeah,
shinies?
yeah.
Actually, you notice it's just standard stuff. There's really like there's no loot. There's no real loot
What about
worthy.
another soldier's kit with the spoon and the fork?
Salt and
You
pepper
can do
shaker.
investigations as you go.
It was a 10.
We got a salt and pepper shaker in there anywhere?
Oh.
Anything? Oh, I don't find anything. 8 on mine.
Yeah.
Our hands are covered in mayonnaise. We can't pick
Oh,
anything up.
let's see. Yeah, looking for any
Can't
kind
see
of
nothing.
books or documentation about what they're doing, and that is going to be a 18.
You do find some formal documents, but it's nothing that's like. There's nothing that you don't already know.
Okay.
There's no kind of intelligence other than it's just duty forms that you find. Like, hey, make sure that this group does this or make sure they do this. But you can tell that there are draconians that's involved because some of it is written.
By a lizard.
Yeah, the writing itself is a little clumsy. You could tell something large had to.
Penmanship has claw marks. What
Yeah, penmanship.
Just dip a talon in and scratch it out. That's what they should do.
Yeah, that worked.
All right, so you guys, after basically sabotaging
Oh no.
sabotaging the tents, this could be like a 1980s comedy, like Porky's or something.
Yeah, and I'm definitely putting a little sand and like small pebbles in there. Their sleeping sacks too. Just-
Oh, yeah, cover them in
Sand?
sand. It would be
If they had a
terrible.
latrine, somebody put a snake in it, right?
Oh,
we hadn't seen
Sea
any snakes.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Search for snakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna fish for snakes.
I rolled an 18 for search for snakes.
You find a little snake.
All right.
Put it in somebody's
Got
bedroll.
one.
What is happening in there? Jesus.
He's just running around,
He's
scrabbling on the
pulls that
ground.
snake out, runs back in.
Flipping over rocks.
Rovark's in there getting some pebbles. I'm just watching this. Oh my god.
In the boot. In the boot. Put it right down in his boot.
All right, now we gotta get inside.
They're standing in the tower just looking at us going,
Lord God.
They're gonna catch us, make us clean everything up, then kill us.
Yeah. Y'all made this mess now.
Then they kill you. Clean the shit up.
I need you guys to make a survival check.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, you do. Oh, wow. I rolled a 2 on survival.
Yeah.
23.
I also rolled a 2.
That's
5.
beautiful.
We're too busy shenanigans.
2 plus 1,
They
3.
are too busy
Did
shenanigans.
anybody roll higher than a 16?
Just me.
All right, so you notice.
'Cause I'm paying attention.
Right, exactly. So you did notice that there are several sets of clawed footprints in the camp.
Hey, y'all, stop. Come here.
What? I got a snake.
Come here. I pointed all out to them. That's a
Now,
shenanigan.
you notice that some of these are human size,
Dude, look.
which definitely are draconian footprints from what you have seen. And then there are some that is twice that size.
Oh, man.
they got big dragons.
Look at this
Like
stuff.
the ones that they were riding in the keep.
You don't really recognize it. You just know it's twice the size of a.
Are they bipedal?
draconian. Yes.
Oh, good.
Bipedal.
We're meeting some Goliath dragons.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to sleep real uncomfortable.
I just cut my eyes over at Rover. I'm like, did you find any ginormous sleeping bags?
I don't know, did we?
Some larger sleeping
Fine
rolls
point.
than the others.
What are we looking for?
Were there any like larger sleeping rolls than the others?
No.
Big
Okay.
pillows or something.
Negative.
Cushion where something would curl up and sleep, maybe.
These tracks are the big tracks are a little unique in the sense they're not like uniform with the others. Like you could tell that the draconian tracks were along the trail with purpose. These are random tracks that's found in generally the same area.
That's
So it's
weird.
nothing that you can identify,
All right.
but they're big.
Can't wait for that.
So
That's what I say. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see
All
what
right.
that is.
So it's starting to get dark at this time of day. You've been traveling, so it's getting dark. So your choices are you can go ahead and try to enter the fortress through the pathway, or you could camp.
Oh, I ain't sleeping here. These bags are
No.
covered in
No.
mayonnaise.
Full of mayonnaise and snakes. Nobody wants to
We are out of here.
There's gonna be so many
With
bears around
mayonnaise
here.
and snakes.
Yes.
What the?
Jesus Christ.
Let's get in there.
Yeah, let's go. We're
We
gonna
can
go
see in
in.
the dark
Alright.
anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we can see way in the dark.
All right, let me go ahead and load this map that I
Yeah.
had like for 3 sessions later.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That is
Alright.
a victory for us tonight. We can die right here and we still
Victory.
win.
We win. That's right.
Victory.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for my abilities. So we can look at my Twilight Vision stuff. Eyes of
While
Night.
you're doing that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Shenanigans with
Okey-dokey.
mayo and snakes.
So
Mayo, sand, and snakes.
That is just the
That should be our
worst.
group name.
Mayo Sands and Snakes. Mayo Sand. All right, it's another episode of Mayo Sand and Snakes. Thank you
well,
for
you've
joining.
lived long enough. You're getting close.
Mayo Sand and Snakes. Thanks for joining us. And as the group moves farther inland, we're making a little bit of progress here and there. Mainly goofing off. But without that, there probably wouldn't be any Dungeons and Dragons. So thanks for the shenanigans, guys. And we'll see you in the next episode.